All right, let me say something that might mess with your whole idea of training. You ever notice how some guys in the gym look huge for a few months, then disappear and come back looking like they just hit reset? Yeah, that is isolation training doing its thing. Build fast, lose fast. Now compare that to wrestlers. These guys might not look like walking action figures, but their strength sticks around for years. Why? Because gym training often breaks the body into pieces. Chest day, back day, arm day, like you were assembling a machine part by part. Wrestling does the opposite. It treats your body like one system, everything working together at the same time. And here's the crazy part. These wrestling exercises have been around for hundreds of years. No fancy machines, no new trends, just movements that survived because they actually work. They do not chase pretty muscles. They build real strength, endurance, and stability. Multi-directional movement, full body activation. So the question is simple. Do you want to look strong or actually be strong?
All right, now let's talk about a move that will humble your upper body real fast, the Hindu push-up. And no, this is not your standard drop-down, bang-out reps kind of push-up. This is flow, continuous movement, no pause, no ego lifting, just control. You start in that pike position, then you dive forward like you are slipping under a low bar. Chest comes down, shoulders glide through, and then you push up into that cobra stretch. Then reverse it back. That whole sequence is one rep. And trust me, after a few reps, your shoulders and triceps are going to start asking questions. What makes this different is not just the muscles you hit. Yeah, you are working shoulders, chest, triceps, even your lower back. But the real magic is in that constant stretch and contract cycle. Your muscles are not just firing, they are lengthening under tension and then snapping back. That is something most guys completely miss. And here is where it gets interesting. Everyone loves bench press because it feels strong. But range of motion here destroys bench press. You are training strength through positions where you are actually weak. So let me ask you, are you training where you are comfortable or where your body actually grows?
All right, this next one is where most people instantly get uncomfortable. Neck bridges. Yeah, I said neck. That thing you only train when you accidentally sleep wrong? Wrestlers train it on purpose. You lie on your back, lift your hips, and place the weight through your head onto the floor. Sounds crazy at first, right? But that is exactly the point. You are loading a part of your body most people completely ignore. And once you hold that position, you start to feel it. Not just in your neck, but all the way down your posterior chain. Upper back, spine, even your glutes kick in to stabilize. Start simple, 10 seconds. Then build to 30. Then you can add small movements, rolling slightly, controlling the tension. No rush in here. This is not about ego. This is about control. And here is why this matters. A strong neck is not just about looking tough. It protects you. It absorbs force. It keeps your posture from collapsing when life or training gets heavy. Most people walk around with forward head posture from staring at screens all day, then wonder why everything hurts. So let me ask you, if your foundation is weak, how strong can the rest of your body really be?
All right, now we hit legs, and this is where most gym routines fall apart. Hindu squats. Not your slow, controlled, mirror-checking squats. This is rhythm. This is flow. This is work. You drop down and come up in one smooth motion while your heels lift off the ground. That little detail changes everything. Suddenly, your quads and calves are doing way more work than you were used to. And then you add the arm swing. Forward on the way down, back on the way up. It is not just for style. It creates momentum and keeps the movement continuous. At first, it feels weird, like you're out of sync. But give it a few reps and your body starts to lock in. Then the burn hits, and it does not stop. Here's where it gets crazy. Wrestlers are not doing sets of 10. They go hundreds, sometimes even 1,000 reps. Not because they are bored, because they are building something different. Endurance that does not quit and explosiveness that shows up when you need it. Most gym training gives you strength for a few reps. This builds strength that lasts. So ask yourself, can your legs produce power after 50 reps, or do they shut down the moment things get uncomfortable?
All right, now we get into something that looks simple, but will expose everything. Bear crawls. No machines, no weights, just you and the floor. And somehow, it still destroys you. You get low, hands on the ground, knees hovering about 2 inches off the floor. Not touching, not resting, just hovering. Then you start moving forward. Slow, controlled steps, opposite hand and foot moving together. Sounds easy until your shoulders start burning, your core starts shaking, and your legs are begging you to stand up. And that right there is the point. This is full body integration. Your shoulders are stabilizing every step. Your core is locked in to keep your hips from swinging, and your legs are driving you forward. Nothing is isolated. Everything is working together like it is supposed to. Most people rush this. They crawl fast, lose control, and turn it into chaos. That is not training. That is just surviving. Slow it down. Control every inch. Feel the tension build across your entire body. And here is what you get. Better coordination, stronger grip, more control over how your body moves through space. So let me ask you, when you move, is your body working together or fighting itself?
All right, now, we get into something that separates people who train for looks from people who train for reality. Sprawls. This is not cute gym cardio. This is controlled chaos. You drop into a squat, then kick your legs back into a plank. But here is where most people mess it up. They rush it. They flop down, bounce around, and call it a day. That is not what we are doing here. You go slow on the way down. Control the eccentric. Feel your hips load, your core brace, your shoulders stabilize. Then from that stretched position, you explode back up, fast, sharp, like your body actually means it. That contrast is everything. Slow control into fast extension. That is how you build real power. And here's why this matters. Life does not happen in perfect positions. You slip, you twist, you get pulled out of alignment. That is where injuries happen, unless you have trained for those bad positions. Sprawls teach your body to stay strong when things are messy. Hips, core, full body coordination, all working together to protect you and produce force. So let me ask you, are you only strong when everything is perfect? Or can you control your body when things go wrong? All right, now we step into a move that feels weird, looks weird, and that is exactly why it works. Bridge push-ups. This is not your clean, perfect gym position. This is awkward, uncomfortable, and brutally honest. You push your body up into a bridge, hands and feet on the ground, hips lifted, spine extended. Then from that position, you bend your arms and lower your head toward the floor, then press back up. That is 1 rep. And right away you feel it. Your lower back lights up, your shoulders are working in a completely different angle, and your core has to stabilize everything so you do not collapse. Most people avoid positions like this because they feel weak there, and that is the problem. You only train what you are already good at. This movement loads your body in angles you never hit with standard lifts. Your joints have to stabilize, your muscles have to coordinate, and your nervous system has to figure things out in real time. And that is how real strength is built. Not just pushing weight in perfect lines, but controlling your body when things are off balance and unfamiliar. So think about it. If your strength only works in perfect positions, how useful is it when life puts you in awkward ones?
All right, now we get to one of the most underrated strength tests out there, rope climb. Or if you do not have a rope, towel pull-ups. Same pain, same lesson. You grab the rope and start pulling your body up. No fancy machines, no back support, no shortcuts. Just your grip, your back, and your arms working together. And if your grip is weak, everything falls apart real fast. Most people think their back is strong because they can pull weight on a machine. Cool. Now hang your entire body and pull yourself up with nothing but your hands. Different story, right? That is because grip is the gateway. If your hands cannot hold, your back cannot pull. Simple as that. You can use your legs to assist at first, or go full upper body for maximum challenge, or wrap a towel over a bar and do pull-ups that way. Suddenly your forearms are on fire and every rep feels 10 times harder. And here's the real takeaway. Grip strength is not just a gym thing. It shows up everywhere. Carrying things, climbing, controlling objects, even preventing injuries. So let me ask you, if your hands give out first, how strong are you really when it actually counts? All right, now we finish with something that looks simple until you actually try it. Fireman carry squat. You pick someone up, throw them over your shoulders, and start squatting. Sounds like a joke workout until your body realizes the load is alive and moving. This is not a barbell. A bar stays still. A person shifts, breathes, throws off your balance every second. And that is exactly why this works so well. Your legs are pushing, your core is bracing hard, and your upper back is fighting to keep everything stable. The weight is not even the main problem. The instability is. Most people train in perfect conditions. Straight bar, fixed path, predictable movement. But real life is never that clean. Things move, things shift, and your body has to adapt instantly. That is what this exercise teaches. Stability under chaos, control under pressure.
You can start light, maybe a sandbag or a partner who is not trying to sabotage you. Then build up. Focus on staying tight, staying balanced, and moving with control. And here's the truth. You do not need more weight. You need more control. So ask yourself, can you stay stable when everything around you is unstable, or do you fall apart the moment things stop being perfect?
All right, so here is the big picture, and this is where everything comes together. Every exercise you just saw has one thing in common. They move through multiple planes. Not just up and down like most gym lifts, but forward, backward, rotational, unpredictable. That is how the body is actually built to move. And instead of isolating one muscle at a time, these movements force your entire body to work as a system. Legs, core, upper body, all connected. No weak links hiding behind machines. That is the real difference between gym-style training and wrestler-style training. One chases individual muscles, the other builds integration. And when your body works as one unit, something interesting happens. Your strength lasts longer. You don't lose it the moment you stop training for a few weeks. You also reduce the risk of injury because your joints and muscles learn how to stabilize in real situations, not just controlled environments. So the message is simple. Stop training just to look strong. Start training to be strong. Because at the end of the day, functional strength beats aesthetic muscle every time. Not just in the gym, but in real-life situations where control, balance, and durability actually matter.